Thank you, respected dignitaries. May this workshop illuminate new ideas and inspire innovative research journeys.
To set the tone of today's workshop, we invite Dr. Kavita Khadse ma'am to share the conference theme and objectives with the audience.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Amey Pangarkar, founder of Consulting.Marketing. Dr. Nandita Mishra, Director CIMR. CA Suhas Gharat sir, IC Director CRKIMR. All the faculty friends, dear students, and the research scholars, and all the online participants. In an era of the rapid digital transformation, technology and AI are reshaping the business and the society. However, unequal accesses, biased data, and algorithms decision-making often lead to digital marginalization and AI bias. This Icssr-sponsored international research conference aims to critically examine these challenges and promote inclusive and responsible AI practices. In connection with this, we have organized a pre-conference workshop in AI tools for research. We strongly encourage you to actively participate, ask the question, and explore these tools with curiosity and responsibility. We hope this session not only strengthens your research capabilities, but also inspire you to contribute meaningfully to our Icssr-sponsored International Research Conference on Digital Marginalization and AI Bias, Redefining Business and Society. Let this workshop be a stepping stone in your academic journey, preparing you to become responsible researchers, ethical managers, and socially conscious leaders. Thank you, and wishing you all a highly enriching learning experience.
Thank you, ma'am, for outlining the purpose and vision of this workshop so beautifully. We now invite the director, CIMR, Dr. Nandita Mishra, ma'am, to share a few words with us.
Yeah, good afternoon to all of you. I'm actually in a hurry because I have another lecture which is to be taken, okay? But why am I behaving like this, talking like this? Because that's the era of AI. So everything will be given as a prompt, and you will have to get the information and the generative AI very fast. And that's what we are here for. That is exactly, he's going to teach you what is all about the AI tools. And it's up to you whether you follow the instructions, take it right there. And to introduce Dr. Amey Pangarkar, I think Dr. Balaji Sadavate will be doing that in detail, telling you about. But before that, I would like only to add here, and that would be very, very short. It was a very, very proud privilege and an opportunity for us when we were listening to Amey's AI workshop that happened into 2021, 2022, 2023. So in 2024, when we got this invite from IIM Nagpur to write cases on actual entrepreneurs and protagonists, we thought that the best person we could write about is Amey Pangarkar. Because this is one entrepreneur I have seen who had started his career as a faculty like us, okay? It was in the initial days in 2018 and 19 when he started teaching in some of the B schools. And then he decided and he saw the power of AI and that the power and how AI is going to change the world. He is the youngest entrepreneur, you can say, who got a seed capital of around 5 crores plus from his first proposal that he gave to the government. So we decided to write a case study on him. And today, that case study we presented, that was last December, not 25 December, 2024 December. It takes so much time. and we presented his case study about his entrepreneurial journey, the challenges he had, but everything centered around AI. And it got accepted. Amongst the 300 case studies, there were only, I think, 13 case studies that were accepted, and Amais is one of the case studies. So if it is important for us as authors that our case study got accepted and it was published, I think it's more important because of the challenge that this entrepreneur faced and how he turned the challenge into an opportunity. Today, this case study is published in McGraw-Hill, and the first author of the case study here is Dr. Khushbu Bora. If you can please come, we will present this to Dr. Amay, and we are going to discuss this case study with all of you in the class because it is not only about AI, it is also about entrepreneurship. Our second author, Dr. Manjula Shastri, exactly at this point in time, she is presenting the next case study again in IIM Nagpur. So I think publishing something, a case study, is becoming a bit contagious for us, and we thank you and congratulate you that you are now featured in the McGraw-Hill books and also about the case study, and he has acknowledged and accepted this in the LinkedIn, so you can all join him there and can understand this. Yeah. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Yep.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivating words and encouragement. Now, to honor our distinguished speaker, we proceed with the felicitation ceremony.
We respectfully invite IC Director CRK IMR, CA Suhas Kharat Sir, and Director CIMR Dr. Nandita Mishra Ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Amay Pangankar Sir by presenting him a memento as a token of our appreciation and gratitude.
Congratulations, sir, and thank you so much for joining us today. We are privileged to have you with us.
It is now time to introduce our esteemed speaker for the workshop.
We would now like to invite Dr. Balaji Sadawate, sir, to introduce our resource person of this pre-conference workshop, Dr. Amay Pangankar, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, dear students, faculty colleagues, and online participants and research scholars. As a part of International Research Conference, this workshop is organized दौर ए नौकी की नई सुबह लाए हैं हम, दौर ए नौकी की नई सुबह लाए हैं हम, जहाँ ये इंसान से जहाँ ये असली बनाए हैं बनाए हैं हम means we have brought a new dawn of modern era. Using the human mind, we have created a superior artificial mind. Now I will introduce today's resource person. Dr. Amay Pangarkar is a renowned name in the field of digital marketing and AI in India. LinkedIn, the global professional platform, has selected him as one of the top digital marketing voices from experts worldwide, a recognition that attests to his consistent thought leadership and ability to create a global impact. As an international TEDx speaker, rising star in AI 2025, Entrepreneur Magazine awardee, and an honorary member of the prestigious Google Rare Leadership Academy, which includes 50 selected digital marketers worldwide. His profile is further highlighted with doctorate in digital marketing and an MBA in marketing gold medalist and a BE in electrical engineering, along with over 12 years of deep experience in the marketing and digital advertising industry. Dr. Pangarkar has successfully guided over 1,200 websites, 1,850 plus digital campaigns, 85 plus AV projects, and 20 plus AR and VR and metaverse projects. He has also had the honor of training over 16,000 plus professionals worldwide on generation AI tools and marketing, establishing him as a leading authority in AI-based marketing in India. His profound knowledge of AI, marketing, technology, and brand strategy has served as a guiding light for numerous organizations. He has consulted for a wide array of companies from Jacuzzi, Quick Heal, Secrite, Willow Pumps, etc. Dr. Pangarkar also served as a jury member for the AICT, NEAT 3.0 and 4.0 national startup competitions organized by Government of India, further emphasizing his national influence. Dr. Pangarkar is the author of 4 digital marketing textbooks and the leading author of India's first book of generative AI tools in English and Marathi. He has also authored popular books in Marathi on the topics such as cyber security and prompt engineering. He is also known as a newspaper columnist, a startup India recognized mentor, a national level cricketer, BCCI certified cricket umpire, stage anchor, and writer in the theatre film industry. This multifaceted personality showcases an extraordinary combination of knowledge, experience, art, technology, and leadership. Today, Dr. Amay Pangarkar is recognized as one of the most influential digital marketing and AI thought leaders in India. Dr. Pangarkar, please.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. Now, with great pleasure, we invite Dr. Amay Pangankar, sir, to address the gathering and guide us through today's workshop on AI tools in research.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being alive. Okay, so what these two alphabets means to you, A and I? So what is artificial and what's intelligence? Thanks for the full form, but what do you mean by it? See, we just have 2.5 hours with each other. I'm not here to marry you. So it's better if we start talking early. That will be way more faster. So what is AI for you? So that let me know from where should I start? How much in depth should I go? What is AI, guys? Okay, so it's a trained machine. I love the word trained machine, which can take decisions as humans do. Okay, then how it is different from something like Google? So pre-training. Okay, fair enough. Okay, anyone else? Any other? Nothing? Okay. How many of you have not used anything such as ChatGPT? यूज ही नहीं किया ऐसा कोई एलियन बचा कि so all of you have used something like ChatGPT? Okay, so now in next 2 minutes we are just gonna count how many AI tools are you aware of. I'm not saying have you used it, I'm saying you just know. Okay, so I'll start with the one. I want to count it, so don't throw stones at me, just share names of these tools one by one. I'll start with the first one, ChatGPT. Perplexity, 2. Gemini, don't throw stones at me, raise your hands. I want to count. 3. Gemini is third. So you say 4. Are kya baat? 5. 6. 7. 8. Notebook 9. 10. 11. हो गया. Arey, shame on you guys, a person who is 3 times your age is giving me more tools than you. What was 14? 15? 16? 17? 8? Grammarly? So 17? Break, come on. AI, chalo, 18. Come on. Kling, 19. 20. 21, 22. 23 हो गया sorry 24 and we said 25 which one 26 27 29 हो गया थोड़ा सा दूसरों का सुने का ना तो पता चलेगा हाँ चलो 29 how many of us are here 300 odd 200 300 guys. How many of you have something called a mobile with you? And it works 24/7? It has something called as internet? So in true sense, you are all called privileged individuals. And 300 souls who are privileged in that sense, cumulatively couldn't count more than 31 AI tools. A huge shame on all of you. And you think you are modern. You think you are whatever, J, X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Let me just set the context right so as to have the first hard-hitting view. The first AI tool that got popularized was exactly 38 months from where we stand today. Just 38 months. And in these 38 months, how many such AI tools would be there across the globes, of which we all cumulatively know 31? I'm not saying how many of these you have tried. I'm saying no is 31. But how many such AI tools would be there across the globe? Any random number? 500? अब औकात बढ़ा और बढ़ा 10,000. Anyone else more than that? 20,000. Going once. बोलिए गाने लगाओ चलो जल्दी. Now you're saying 1 lakh. Great. Just 38 months, can you imagine somewhere like 1 lakh AI tools coming into existence or more than that? Guys, elevate your intellectual poverty. Stop asking the same question to GPT in front of me. Come on. How many such tools would be there? 1 lakh is one number I got. Anything about that? Okay? 1 lakh is the max stretch of your imagination. Today morning, somewhere around 6:30 in the morning today, the number was 1 crore 68 lakh plus AI tools. 1 crore 68 lakh plus AI tool that was there in today morning 6:30ish. I just did one small maths for all of you. I divided this number by 38 months, further divided it by 30 days, and then further divided by 24 hours to coming to a very astonishing number that every passing hour, we are seeing the launch of 413 AI tools. Every single hour. And cumulatively, individuals who claim to be, we are the tech savvies of the world, do not even know 31 AI tools. And that's a huge shame on all of you. And the reason I'm saying this, we all come from something called as privileged world in this domain. And we are so fast in getting satisfied with using one AI tool that we don't want to see so many others that are there. It's a huge world. The next time you pass or waste 1 hour, put a slap on your face and say कि ये 1 घंटे में 400 AI tools हो गए. Next 1 hour you are doing it. Like for instance, I'll give you my context. I started my day at 6 a.m. in the morning. I had to come to Mumbai from Pune. I'm going to do the entire session, possibly again would reach my house at 10-ish in the night. In my absence for these 18 hours from my place, there would be launch of somewhere close to 2,000 plus AI tools, which is a backlog for me before I speak tomorrow morning for conducting a next workshop. Because there might be a huge possibility that something new would have come today. And that's the reason why it is growing at an alarming speed. Anyone who comes from engineering background? Anyone? Full sympathies with you, but still. I have full sympathies. I am also same. So for those who are coming from engineering or from physics background would understand my next statement way more better. It's not the speed that I'm talking about, it's an acceleration. The rate at which these things are coming is humongous. It would run okay with the speed, but the rate at which it is changing, it's simply humongous. Now my first question to you is, what for you use AI? We'll come to research a later. Why do you want to use AI? Yeah? Wow, I love the word simple. Can I just exaggerate and say convenient? So now the next time onwards I say convenient, you are going to hear lazy. Because that's the truth. I want my life to be, I'm going to say convenient. But the true meaning, the undercurrent that you will have is lazy. Like for instance, why do I need a smart fan? Because I don't want to get up off my sofa and just say turn on or turn off the fan. That's also an AI, by the way. Yeah? So that's a convenience. What else? Why do you want AI? No one? Okay. Then work for 18 hours, the productivity will be increased. Don't work for 7 hours, 8 hours. Work 18 hours, your productivity would be tripled. Thank you. So I don't want to increase my working duration, but want to have more work done. Okay. What else? So you're indirectly telling humans are not accurate or humans make mistake. What will be the reason? So you are accepting that we make mistakes and you are also alleging others that you make mistakes and this system will not make mistakes. Fair enough. We'll see what mistakes it makes. We talk about ethics. Anything else? Why you want to use AI? I'm not coming. Okay, yeah. Wow. कितना आलसी, यानी एक तो जगह जाके मैं यानी चोरी करेगा, लेकिन चोरी करने के लिए भी सारी जगह की चोरी मुझे एक प्लेटर पे लाके दे. So again, that's where we all are. So understand, AI is just an assistant in making your life more lazy than what it is today. If this context is bluntly right, then we can look at this in a way more better manner. See, even each invention that we have all have seen made our lives way more lazier than it was earlier. When the wheels got invented, man used to walk. But the moment wheels got introduced, again, the nature changed. The moment electricity was invented, the same thing. Internet invention, same thing. Computers invention, same thing. So every incoming invention is making us do the same thing. But in Marathi, we have this one very interesting proverb, Navagadi Navarajya, which means the person who is the late entrant, we always allow the same person that ye ganda hai. So same way, we are going to claim as the culprit. Right? Now let me have this entire next 1.5 in different halves, different sections. In first section, I just want to spread what's AI, what it does, and where it has already reached is something that I just want to give you a glimpse. Then will it speak about something way more profound, which is prompt engineering, because I can very easily understand the level of prompts that you all would be giving can be definitely bettered. So let's spend some time on prompts. And then somewhere close to 1 hour, let's spend time on seeing demonstration of somewhere close to 6 to 7 AI tools. I could hear the names that few of you know these tools. Many of you would be using. But let's see different features of these tools again, so that we can also start using them for a. And lastly, let's go to the section which I love the most, which is what to do. That talks about ethics, cyber concerns, and what I should definitely not do with AI. The moment we complete all these 3 sections, I'll open the floor for Q&A and would appreciate the questions, and will try my level best to give you answers for that. It's okay for me, and if I show you 1, 2 less, I'm okay. But I don't want to leave room with questions in your mind. So it's also on you to ask questions and get the answers from me. It's a promise from my side, unless and until all the questions are resolved, I will not leave. Fair enough? With this note, can we start? Yeah, great. So, sorry, I didn't ask your name. The definition that you say, yeah, your name. Okay. So, Rutuja said that AI is something which tries to imagine a pre-trained machine, the amazing word that you gave. It tries to copy which a man can do. It was the kind of answer for you. An amazing definition for all of you, which goes back to 1956, which says, John McCarthy, he had written, an AI is a technology that can mimic human intelligence. The word used was mimicry. Okay, so AI at its best would possibly try to mimic my intelligence. Okay, now we all know that mimicry can never be better than originality. You miss it. Yeah, you miss it. Yeah, thanks. Mimicry can never be better than originality. You accept with my thought? So in that quotient, in terms of intelligence per se, even AI will agree that human intelligence can never be better or can never be outsmarted by something like artificial. You agree with the statement? But this statement carries one asterisk. Terms and condition apply. How many of you are from marketing? We are used to have that asterisk, na? Terms and condition apply. So I need also to give that terms and condition apply to this statement that AI can't beat HI. Till when? Till you and me are using our human intellect. Till the moment you and me are using human intelligence, this can't beat us. But trust me, we are not using our human intellect day by day. Again, going back to mathematics, you might have heard about something called as limits, n tends to infinity. Yeah. So intelligence was always n tends to infinity, means it grows every day. It was an assumption. But I have a rhetorical. My hypothesis is today intelligence is n tends to 0. Because we are using less intelligence, human intellect, than we were using yesterday. Let me prove my point. How many of you are, all of you are graduates? All of you would be graduate? and all of you would be pursuing postgrad, and some of you would be unfortunately or fortunately doctors like me. Any doctorates? 1, 2, 3. No, that's something. Fortunately or unfortunately, there would be few doctorates here as well. Now be with me for the next 1 minute. Everyone is looking towards the screen. One very interesting thing is going to happen. Everyone here? Great. Now tell me immediately what is 36 multiplied by 52. Obviously without using mobiles. 36 multiplied by 52 is not 50 crore. Now my point is a room full of somewhere close to 300 odd. Hardly 1 or 2 persons tried to take out their pens out to try. Forget about getting the answer right or wrong. Now be with me for the next 1 minute. Why it happened? Because mobile है ना, मैं क्यों करूँ? Calculator है ना, मैं क्यों करूँ? Excel है, मैं क्यों करूँ? So in the same context, in the same breath, I'll also say कि कुछ centuries पहले I had a tail. I didn't know what to do with it. चली गई. Are we losing our human intellectual capabilities one by one? And if so, then AI is not growing, we are degrowing. Okay? In the entire session, I'll curse AI where it is due, but at the same point, I'll appreciate AI where it is due. So do not expect entire rosy romantic sessions. It will be, I'll try to have balance of both the worlds. At the very outset, let's see a few images in front of you. I want again to draw your attention to this. You can see images here. Yeah. Now, out of these, there are few images which are AI and few which are human creation. Trust me, आपके बाजू वाले को घंटा कुछ पता नहीं है. So next 45 seconds that I'm going to give you, try to identify AI images out of it. You have notepads or phones in front of you. Your time starts now. You have 45 seconds to identify AI generated images. अरे लिख न मेरे दोस्त, चिल्ला क्यों रहा है? You have notepads, pens. Let's see the answers. The ones that are highlighted in yellow are AI. The ones that are highlighted in yellow, हो गया? हो गया सबका? Great. Now listen why we did what we did. हो गया? Great. Now my point of contention is, we are today living in something like this, which is a complex of both the worlds. We are surrounded by something which is original, and at the same time, we are also surrounded by something which is artificial. Now, the point is that it is so confusing and the line is so blurry that it is so difficult to decipher what's AI and what's human. And it has already reached that stage. There would be hardly few of you who would have got 5 on 5 out of it. Ki we identified 5 and actually 5 of them were right. I'm not saying a person who identified नहीं सारे AI उसमें से 5 तो आ गए, then अरे मेरे सारे सही है. ये नहीं मैं कह रहा हूँ. I identified 5 and all 5 of them were right. Not even I identified 6 उसमें से 4 सही है. नहीं. मैंने 5 identify, पांचों के पांचों I could identify. Now the point is कि in this world we are living. And it's becoming so thin, that blurry line is becoming so thin day by day, that it is becoming way more difficult to decipher AI versus not AI. And challenge for many of you sitting here who will aspiring to be joining into corporates next year, this will be this. To combat against something which is not natural, something which is artificial. Now there is one side of it, you want to create something like this. You want to make something like this. You want to make your life convenient, productive, bang on. But trust me, at the very same point of time, this technology can also do something which you are doing today. Now my question to all of you, how many of you think AI can replace you? How many of you think AI can replace you? No one? Are you that ignorant or that confident? There could be only two things. Only one hand I got, and I guess that's the youngest chap in the crowd whose hand was risen. Anyone else? If I may ask, why do you think AI can't replace you? Anything? Or you completely have no idea whatsoever that is happening around? Just 2 days back, have you heard the news of Anthropic doing one very interesting thing? Last 2 दिन भी नहीं हुआ, I guess. TCS and all IT shares were collapsing like anything last day. क्यों? With one AI tools, birth of one AI tool. Just one. And ऐसे 400 AI tools हर घंटे आ रहे हैं. And you are completely in this shackle of mind कि AI can't replace you. Please get rid of and get out of your rosy romantic world very quickly. Okay? Now today, let's directly go into prompts because I don't want to spend any time in showing how great AI is, which you already would know. Directly, I want to get my hands dirty in using AI tools. For the very fact of it, ma'am, can you tell me the subject you teach? Okay. Any specific topic of finance? Can I take bookkeeping entries or balance sheets? Okay, yeah. Thanks for that. Now I want all of you to be with me, and now we are going to see the use case of prompt engineering, and let me try to understand how well you can give prompts, and then possibly I'll touch base with you how an ideal prompt should be. Now I want all of you to think that there is a company, let's say ABC Polymers is a company, okay? And ABC Polymers ka balance sheet is in front of you. And you have been asked to create a presentation for this balance sheet. Fair enough, you got the ask. You have a balance sheet. किस कंपनी का? ABC Polymers नाम की कंपनी का. You have a balance sheet. And task that is given into you is इसका presentation बना. Fair enough? Am I clear? Now tell me what would be your prompt. You have a minute to write the prompt. Please write the prompt and we'll discuss. Again telling you, it's a ABC Polymer. You have a balance sheet for last year. उसका आपको PowerPoint presentation बनाना है. Humble request, हाथ जोड़ के, please do not show your intellectual poverty by asking this to ChatGPT. Humble request. Okay? Please write. What would be the prompt that you would give so as to generate a PowerPoint presentation for ABC Polymers from a balance sheet? Think. Right? Done? Ready? I'll need to walk down. Photo काढायला ready राहा. Photo काढायला ready राहा. त्याचं न सांगून ठेव. Okay. Prompts are ready? Chalo. Let me start with the people at the back. You're making me lose my weight by making me walk a lot. Chalo, people here, what's your prompt? हाँ, आता हूँ पीछे से. हाँ, this side. Prompt क्या है? क्या बात? अभी notebook निकाल रहे हो? अरे क्या बात है? I love you all. चलो जल्दी. What would be the prompt? Anyone here? अरे वाह, पेन भी निकाल रहे हो, क्या बात है. चल बढ़िया, चलो 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 जल्दी. No one? तू क्या माइंड थिंकिंग कर रहा है? क्या बात है यार, अमेजिंग. Anyone here prompt?
So I would be just putting the photo on the chat GPT and then typing it out saying that I need a presentation tomorrow, so give me it. Brian Pali. Brian Pali.
So how many of you would have something similar to Brian? Please stand. कि अरे आता हूँ 2 मिनट रुक. मेरा क्वेश्चन तो सुन ले. How many of you would have something similar to Brian? पूरा सुन, हड़बड़ी है ज़्यादा. How many of you would have something similar in terms of prompts that I will upload the same balance sheet and say इसका presentation बना के दे? How many of you would do the same? Stand up. Please stand up. Please, 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 please. I'll upload the same. बाकी जो बैठे उनको एक एक करके पूछने वाला हूँ मैं अभी. Stand up. शाबाश. Very good. Amazing. फिर से पीछे जाने को लगाओगे ना आप? हाँ. How many of you will have same prompt like Brian? यहाँ पे मैं I'll upload the balance sheet. Guys, there is nothing to इसमें बात करने जैसी कुछ भी नहीं है. जिल्लत है आप सबके ऊपर. आई एम पनिशिंग यू फॉर स्टैंडिंग अप. हाँ, यहाँ पे कुछ अलग प्रॉम्प्ट है. गामा ओके ठीक ना, टूल वही है ना, आपका अलग है कुछ. हाँ, क्या है?
I would say that this is the balance sheet of this company. I would list down from which sector or industry it is, and also would say that I want this ratio, get me this insights from all the things like cash flow, and it would be 8 to 10 lines.
ठीक है. ओके 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 ओके. यहाँ पे अलग है कुछ. या कैन यू गिव द माइक? गाइस 1-2 मिनट खड़े जो है वो खड़े रहो ना 2 मिनट. एक ढंग का फोटो निकालना है सामने से मुझे. 2 मिनट रुको. हाँ
Sir, I will write that
थोड़ा माइक जो.
my name is whatever my name is, my designation at ABC Polymers. I need to give the presentation to on balance sheet to stakeholders, namely I will mention the stakeholders. Then I will define these are my KPIs. So design a presentation for me.
ठीक है. यहाँ पे अलग है कुछ कुछ.
Sir, we have a balance sheet of previous ABC Polymer previous year. Make a PPT of around 10 to 12 sides.
ठीक है ठीक है. हाँ बोल बोल बोल.
Make a PPT of around 10 to 12 sides, mentioning all the necessary details and insights with proper analysis of the whole sheet, and even make the comparative analysis and the background slides that you are making. Make sure that the related theme should be there.
ठीक है.
With the related images.
एक मिनट डालो तुम जड़े. एक बार इनका सबका एक फोटो निकालो अच्छी तरीके से. जो पीछे वाले बैठ गए ना, फिर से मुझे आने मत लगाओ. खड़े हो जाओ जल्दी जल्दी. शाबाश. ढंग का एक फोटो निकालो इन सबका. एक मैगजीन में डाल दो ये इनका. थैंक यू. नाउ पीपल हु आर स्टैंडिंग, rather who were standing, मैंने बोला ही नहीं बैठने के लिए लेकिन बैठ गए, but people who were standing बैठ जाओ अभी. You all are called something like generic prompters as far as the AI is concerned. And इसका सबसे, and this happens for a very simple reason, because you can't decipher the difference between Google and AI. आप जैसे Google यूज करते हो वैसे का वैसे ही आप AI यूज करते हो. And this is in my mind non-bailable criminal offense. ये ऐसा किया तो बेल भी नहीं मिलनी चाहिए, इतना घटिया ये है. क्यों? अरे गाली दे रहा हूं वो तो सुनो, बाकी अच्छा मत. हेलो. Now understand the mistakes that many of you have. Possibly there were sparks of thoda bahut brilliance, but barring them, common mistakes. तेरा हो गया तेरे होने के बाद मुझे एक SMS भेज दे, मैं शुरू करता हूँ. हो जाता नहीं सारा. जिसको मैं किसकी तरफ देख रहा हूं उसको पता है. ठीक है, चलो. नाउ माय पॉइंट इज, मेनी ऑफ यू रादर, जितने मैंने प्रॉम्प्ट्स सुने उसमें से आई गेस एक ही बंदा छोड़ के, none of you mentioned कि who's making this presentation. Trust me, if an intern is making a presentation, the insights would be different. If an accountant is making this presentation, the content would be different. If a marketing person is making this presentation, the contents would be different. If a HR is making, content different. R&D person, content different. CEO, content different. So who is making it? None of you or many of you did not answer it. A. Second big miss was, for whom am I making it? If I'm presenting this as a case study in management school, the content would be different. If I'm showing it to the newer in the company, content different. If I'm showing to income tax compliance, content different. If I'm showing it to my shareholders, different. If I'm showing it to my new coming CEO who I want to recruit, content different. So I'm not, and again, it's the same data, mind you, but the text changes a lot depending on these two parameters, who's making it and for whom I'm making it. Now I give you that you could have also shared in what shape and format do I want this presentation. Like in which language, how many slides. Again, those were very typical, few of you had, but again, many of you didn't. Last, you didn't say in what should be the tonality of this text. Do I want it to be in formal, witty, let's say Marathi if I want, or any colloquial language, any international language? None of you said that. And the basis for not telling, yaar isko to pata hai, main kyun bataun? And that was your subtle undercurrent. कि मैं इतना बोलूंगा तो भी चलेगा, बाकी AI है ना, उसका दिमाग है वो लगाएगा. So all these answers you let AI decide for you, and that's the reason why I say it's a non-bailable criminal offense for me. And to overcome this, it's a very simple, short slide that can summarize what I want or what I would expect in a typical ideal prompt. First of all, at least for next 2 years. For next 2 years, whatever prompt you give to whatever tool, it should be ideally of 6 lines, not 6 words. And trust me, follow this for next 2 years of your life. Get a habit of writing prompts which are 6 lines. The moment you start giving 6 lines, you will possibly have all these, what I'm saying. The very first component, act. Act as in, from whose point of view do I need the presentation? Like, act as a CFO of ABC Polymer. So that act component becomes ticked. Now you will have the context of that content completely in the lines that you want. Then second component of act is, for whom am I making it? So act as CFO of ABC Polymer, analyze this balance sheet and create a presentation for shareholders of this company. So here I have also ticked the second component of act, which is, for whom am I making it? So who's my target audience? Now comes the second component of prompt, which is create. So now in this case, what do I want to create? I want to create a presentation. But just writing this is not sufficient. Create a presentation जिसमें मुझे क्या क्या चाहिए? Do I want to have the context that the presentation should impact positive sentiments in the minds of shareholders so that they'll invest more in next year? Now trust me, the content changed. Do I want to show a factual, graphical, straight to the face, blunt content? Content changes. And present as in what shape and format? Do I want it to be in tabular format, graphical format, how many slides, which language, what tone? All that comes under present. So always have these components present, which is act, that typically talks about from whose point of view and for whom. So who's making it and for whom I'm making it. Second, create as in as detailed as I can get. And third, how it should be presented. Now guys, the moment you have way more clearer prompt, what will happen? I'll not leave anything to AI to decide. I'll give what I want exactly utna hi de. And that I'm coming from something in computer data science. We have this one very interesting term called as GIGO. What is GIGO? Garbage in, garbage out. If your input is way more basic, trust me, your output is basic. And many of you would have definitely falter on this point कि यार मैंने बहुत अच्छा कोशिश की AI को कुछ पूछने की, but साला वो बहुत basic answer देता है. And trust me, you would have started giving galis to the tool and further to the technologies. And from today, you will start giving galis to me. But trust, the onus comes on you. Were you in position to ask the right question? And if the answer is no, you can't expect anything from AI. Now here comes two-pronged approach for AI, which I hate the most. First prong is if you ask anything as basic as anything, even then you get output. जैसे in your case, the people who were standing, मैंने क्या बोला, ये upload कर दो और prompt दो कि give a presentation on it. In my opinion, that is, as I said, it's a pathetic prompt that can ever happen. But even then, you will get an output. And for me, it should be banned. If I were to create an AI tool, मैं बोलूँगा साला तेरा prompt घटिया, मैं output नहीं देगा. The moment AI tool will start giving you this, ki your prompt does not deserve an answer, you will possibly try to think a lot. And second reason that is happening today is because AI tools are coming for free to you. You are not paying for AI tool. But trust me, even by the end of this year, 2026, we all would have to pay something to use AI tools. We are as near to that. When I say pay, may not be always in monetary terms, but you will have something like credit systems. Let's say ChatGPT, I have 100 credits per day. So the moment I consume more and more prompts, my number of credits are going away. And something like this will come at early as end of this year, is my prediction. Now the moment that comes, it will hit you second, क्योंकि आज आप क्या करते हो, एक बेसिक प्रॉम्प्ट देते हो, आउटपुट आता है, बाद में आप उसके साथ खेलते रहते हो, अब इसमें से ये निकाल, अब इसमें से ये चेंज कर. All these are iterations which are even a new level prompt, and all this will be a credit that you will lose soon enough. So then again you will realize the importance कि यार पहला ही prompt अच्छा होता तो बेहतर होता. But अभी मैं बोलूँगा 6 लाइन का prompt है, एक लोग भी नहीं लिखने वाला. Okay? I'm now going to show you one very interesting thing which I did, and उसके बाद वो बनाने के लिए कितना prompt लिखने पड़ा वो मैं बताता हूँ. Basically, let's understand 3 points. Act, create, present मैंने कहा. उसके बाद GIGO I said कि garbage in, garbage out. But that is based on a very simple funda. You will ask, means whatever input you give, your output is completely dependent on your input. Okay? Second, आप जो मांगोगे उतना मिलेगा आपको, लेकिन उतना ही मिलेगा इन प्रॉम्प्ट. इफ यू से कि ये बैलेंस शीट का प्रेजेंटेशन बना के दे, वो देगा ना. आपने थोड़ी कहा कि सीएफओ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दे, आपने थोड़ी कहा सीईओ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दे. इफ यू डोंट आस्क, द टूल विल नॉट एनालाइज. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, दैट्स द वेरी होल एंड सोल डिफरेंस बिटवीन जीपीटी और एआई टूल वर्सेस गूगल. एक दूसरा पैरेलल एग्जांपल ड्रॉ करता हूं. इन 2024, this last year, the highest search keyword on Google was coffee. Sirf coffee. But do I want to make coffee? Sell coffee? I want to know about coffee powders, या blenders of coffee, या coffee कहाँ खरीदूं? I'm not saying anything. I'm just gonna say coffee. And then Google as बिचारा boyfriend should understand मेरे मन में क्या है. And for 92% of the time, Google does it. But क्यों करता है? क्योंकि I have been using Google for last 12 odd years, 15 odd years. It knows whole and soul of my prompt. It knows whole and soul of my login. but AI tools have hardly started using last year. उसके पास उतना डेटा नहीं है to analyze me कि जब मैं कहता हूँ ये तो मेरा इंटेंट क्या है वो उसके पास कुछ नहीं है. So then what it does, it cooks something for you, it creates something for you. And थोड़ी देर पहले मैं बोल रहा था कि there's a two-pronged approach. The second pronged is here. आप कुछ भी मांगोगे, AI gives you, and the second thing that happens, you start liking it. क्यों यार, मैंने prompt दिया ना, बढ़िया होगा, तो आया हुआ आउटपुट भी बढ़िया होगा. You start liking it. And you don't even understand, you don't even look at it in a critical way कि यार ये घटिया है, अच्छा है. नहीं, मैंने दिया तो अच्छा ही होगा. And that's how we fall in a trap and lose our some so-called creativity and the betterment of it. One needs to completely use it as an assistant. Okay? So act, create, present, 6 lines, and keep these 3-4 points in mind. Please do not forget, आज नहीं, आज के बाद 10 साल के बाद भी AI tools use करोगे, it will give you output, but that output would always be first draft. It can never be 100% final draft. It would always be first draft. And in my words, I say कि वो draft के ऊपर you will have to do your own sanskars on it to make it yours. I hope the context is right. Now, now I'll show you 2 characters and then we'll speak more about. Meet Rucha and Madhav. Rucha and Madhav. They both have acted in one Marathi movie released last month, Uttar naam ki. And both of them are AI. There is no one like them. Now trust me, without increasing India's population and without having any pregnancy pains, मैंने last 14 महीनों में ऐसे 57 characters को birth दिया है. They are my babies. Now after they acted in that movie, they have now got one TV ad also. So they will be acting in one TV ad film. Now, Rucha जो आपको दिख रही है यहाँ पे, Rucha, it is 4,700 lines prompt for generating Rucha and 3,600 odd lines for generating Madhav. I'm not saying words, lines. So it is giving a prompt for me, and from my point of view, today is not a science, but an art. And जैसे you may teach dance to someone, but you can't teach rhythm to someone. It's in that way. You may understand the science behind prompt, but art is something that one needs to possess. It can't be injected in. So if you have an ability of expressing, bang on, amazing. And you will laugh at this. You know what's the best exercise to write better prompt? You're going to laugh at this, but any stretch of mind? What would be the best exercise to get better in writing prompts? Sorry? Try. गलत तो होगा, उससे ज़्यादा क्या होगा? Any idea? What would be the best exercise for writing a prompt, a good prompt? No. It is speaking with others. The moment let's say I start speaking with Ritu ma'am, I'll understand her point of view and then I change my way of speaking with her. It is so subconscious. But unfortunately today we have stopped speaking with each other. And that's the reason why we can't write better prompts. The moment you start speaking with people, strangers, or even with the people you know, trust me, you will be way more better in writing prompts because you will understand the other perspective. Okay? Chalo, let's start with the AI for research. Now, very simple question. Why we want to use AI in research? Why we want to use AI in research? क्या बात, बढ़िया. I'm so loving this silence. Yeah. Again asking, how many of you are really writing research papers? The question is more for students. I know faculties would have to write research papers. The questions is more from Students, anyone who is really into research paper, otherwise I'll concede myself into the first 2 rows. Okay, great. 2, great. I thought so you would be. सच में? इतने? मैम चेतना यूनिवर्सिटी बना दो, पीछे देखो हाथ कितने. आपको हर साल हर महीने रिसर्च पेपर इतनी भी अगर सच में इवन इफ दे राइट 1 रिसर्च पेपर ए ईयर, यू विल हैव स्कोपस सिटिंग इन योर ऑफिस ओनली. चलो चलो. हाँ, so again for those who had your hands risen, why you want AI then?
Ensure that our like AIs are assistant, so we want to write better research papers or help us in starting, like because we are all students, so we'd like to like AI to guide us through a
Okay.
research paper.
Now what I have done today is, fortunately or unfortunately, I am currently pursuing my second PhD, and again I am going through the entire gambit of things of doing secondary research, writing and all of it. So what I have done, I have found 6 different problems as a researcher, and those 6 problems and 6 AI tools answering those problems is what the today's session is. If at all I miss any of these points, we can definitely cover in the Q&A. Okay? So that's the overall consideration for the session. The very first problem that I always find is, Julius, the very first problem that I find with many of us is, we get data, be it primary, be it secondary, we get some data in Excel, and we don't know head and tail of what to make of this data. Okay? The moment we see huge data, something in like 1,000 odd rows, 5-6 columns, 6,000 odd cells, we get confused, यार इसका करूँ क्या? Second, Excel से बड़ी दर्दनाक चीज कुछ हो नहीं सकती. So every time I have to remember a formula, I have to understand वो कब V lookup करना है, कब H करना है. आजकल वो ANOVA regression भी चल लगता है. So when to do what is again a big concern. Then अगर वो आ भी गया, वो P आ गया, वो P coefficient का मतलब क्या है? कब वो 0 से अच्छा है, कब वो 1 से अच्छा नहीं है, वगैरह is something way more difficult for many of you. And hence the first tool that we are going to discuss is called as Julius. Now let's understand how to use Julius. Now Julius is, for those who are not into research, this is something important for you as well. आपका Excel का काम बहुत आसान होगा. You don't have to worry about formulas. It's a AI for Excel. Okay? Now what it does is, let's first see the data. Now let's see that what that data does. And then we'll put that data into Julius and we'll then ask few questions and take help of Julius. Okay? Is there anyone who has used Julius इसके पहले? Julius use किया किसी ने? क्या बात है? You are the best audience. शाबाश. अब मैं जो दिखाऊंगा वो आपको सही लगेगा. चलो अच्छा है. Now look at the data. So we have sales data in the first column. Okay, in the first column I have transaction IDs. Just click A. I just want to see how many rows do we have. A ला वरती click कर. नहीं इथे नहीं. Yeah, so we have 1,000 rows, okay, in total, and we have somewhere around 10 columns. So we are talking about 10,000 sales data, okay. So what it is sales transaction, customer, which product did I sell, how many quantities, what's the unit price, total value, on what date did I sell, what's the payment method, is it completed, and in the last column, just write J1 la region. So in which region did I sell? Fair enough? So that's my data. Again, I am telling it's 1,000 rows and 10 columns. So 10,000 cells we are talking about. If you can just scroll a bit, they'll really understand that I'm talking about 1,000 odd rows. Okay? This is a huge data for all of us. Now what happens? Let's say if I ask you question कि इसमें से South में कितना data sell हुआ? What you will do? Conditional formatting, filter दबाओगे, सारा South इकट्ठा करके you will create it. Now trust me, for each and every question you will work on different or again and again on the same Excel. Yeah? Now let's look how Julius works for us. So let's go to Julius. Okay, so this tool, Julius.ai, Julius. Look at the tool, then possibly if you want, I'll give you time to play with it. But पहले समझ लो ये tool क्या क्या करता है. Now, here what we'll do is we'll first upload the data that we have. यहाँ तक okay? Okay, the data that we have, the Excel that we saw, I have uploaded it here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask specific questions which I have here in the chat. Okay, so analyze this data, and give me region-wise, product-wise, performance, enter. So now what is happening? I am going to now find the data is going to be get analyzed, and I am going to get an answer for it. In the meanwhile, if you can go to the another thing till it gives me the answer. Sorry for that. Okay. In the meanwhile, till Julius is giving me answers, now tell me if I want to ask one more question. कि like for instance, ये data है, इसके ऊपर मुझे Excel, can it give me कि what can be actionable insights for me as, let's say, sales head of this company? Do you have anything in Excel that Excel only gives me back the answer? No. I don't have anything wherein Excel is giving me, भाई ये पहले कर, वो बाद में कर, वो बाद में कर. I don't get such actions. Okay, क्या हुआ? Just a minute. When we speak of technology, technology has to disturb us. Chalo, the Julius is open now. So we had given the data. By the way, how many of you know Python? Anyone Python? Okay, great. I hope you are talking about Python programming and not the serpent. Hello. आ गया Julius. Chalo. Now I had asked the question. Now let's see the answers. So directly, table is there now. So hold on, Sahil. So the table is created the way I wanted. I have the customers and the products here. And now again, let's say I'm asking the second question which I talked about. Give me actionable insights. Give me actionable insights. as a sales head of this company, and also give graphical representations for product-wise and region-wise performance. So I was asking for Python for a simple reason. This tool also has an amazing feature of giving you the code which it has used to find the answers. And it gives you the direct, thoda sa varti sa mala Python code dakho. Go up, go up. So you can directly have the Python code generated and use it for your own purpose. Okay? So now let's see the answers directly. So actionable insights, I can generate insights, I can generate graphs, I can directly get the tables the way I wanted and use it wherever I wanted. So whenever I have Excel and Excel based data, I can very easily use Julius here. Now while parallelly we are drawing the two things together, let me ask you one question on cyber concerns rather than ethical concerns. Now the data on which I would have worked as a researcher is way more important for me. I'm talking about primary research. It is very confidential. If I give that directly to this tool, will it be okay? Then there is no use of Julius for all of us. Then why we are talking about it? And that's where the street smartness or Indian Jugadu attitude comes in handy. Now, we have something way more simpler called as masking the data. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I had a data of all the regions. Instead of west, south, north, can I say A, B, C, D? Yes? Or 1, 2, 3, 4? Instead of product names, can I say the first alphabets of those products? Or can I do anything in terms of coding and masking? The moment I do that, what would happen? That data is just a data. It can't be deciphered the way I can. And I can use this as a researcher also. A. B, if I know a Python code, or if I can work in Python, what else can I do? I can give a sample. Let's say I had 1,000 odd rows data. Can I take 25 rows ka data, sample, means mask it and give it to the tool? Take the Python code. I can copy the Python code. Then turn off the internet. And can I run Python on my laptop in absence of internet and get the actual results for my entire data? That's the way you can have AI used for your own confidential data. And believe it or not, I'm currently working with Income Tax Government Department of State of Maharashtra. And currently we all are tracking your PAN and GST numbers through Julius. And it is simple. PAN cards were masked before it came to me. I generated the Python codes and they are using the Python codes on an offline internet system. The undercurrent that I wanted to give to you is, वो भी साला use कर रहे हैं, आप नहीं कर रहे. And we think कि government offices are paper friendly, orthodox, conventional, backdated. They are also using this. And Julius. And they download the Python codes, which me and my firm gives them. And the Python codes are rampantly used to find the anomalies and correlations between the digital data that they have. Now, why can't we use it from our own research? Why can't we just do basic sampling and or masking and get the Python? And by the way, people who are in research, just for your own consideration, students of 6th grade, 6th grade CBSE are also using Python, by the way. They have a subject called as Python. I'm not saying a lesson, I'm saying subject of Python. And I hope all of us who are doing research, you are at least 6th pass. So it's no harm in learning Python. Possibly, just a suggestion for CIMR and RK Institute of Management as well. Ki stop giving sessions such as advanced Excel. It is not at all necessary henceforth. More than that, start R and Python. Again, R is a language which is learned by 11 standard kids. And at least I hope all of your target audience is at least 11th pass, mentally. Why not? You can very well generate it. Like for instance, मला ते तो hover करते download वाले option ला. Here you can even download it in the whatever shape and form you want, and the uploading could also happen with CSV, Excel, Google Sheet, any form of tabular content. So that can very easily happen. If you have a paid subscription of Julius, you can even upload PDFs and presentations. And how much is a paid license for this tool? It's monthly $1,800. Monthly 1,800. And if at all, let's say 3 researchers come together and work on it, take a subscription, it is less than Netflix, by the way. Just to again set the context. Come on. So next tool, Julius, Julius.ai. Now again the humble request, when you are using such an advanced level AI tool, it's better to use it on laptop and desktops and not on mobiles. I'm not saying that it can't be used on mobiles, but it will be way more visually better in the horizontal shape rather than the vertical. So the tool can be very easily accessed. Julius, Julius.ai, and you can get the insights of the tabular data that you may have. Okay, let's go to the next tool, NotebookLM. Have you used, anyone used NotebookLM? For what purpose, if I may ask? Oh, wow. Anyone else? Yeah? Podcast, okay. नहीं टू स्टडी तक ठीक था, उसके आगे का नहीं बताया तो भी चलेगा वो, एज इफ आई एम गोना लिटरली बिलीव इट. यस सर. यानी आए हुए कॉम्प्रेस्ड एग्जाम नोट्स का भी फर्दर समराइजेशन करना है तुझे? अरे क्या यार, पहले से ही कॉम्प्रेस है, उसका और क्या कॉम्प्रेस करेगा? इसलिए तेरी हाइट नहीं बढ़ रही. Sorry for being body shaming, but still, जाने चलता है थोड़ा बहुत. You are my guinea pig for today. चलो 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 चलो. Should I? आगे चले? Okay. So the next tool that we have here is NotebookLM. Now for the people who have used this, let me take you to the next level. People who have not used it, let's see it from the basic level. And now for the next 5 tools, as always, what we'll do, we'll see the tool and then we'll discuss where you can use it, which is way more important for me from both academics and research point of view. So for everyone, the tool is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is source, part 2 is chat window, and part 3 is studio. Okay? In source, what I can do, I can upload anything which is considered. हो जाने दे तेरा. I know 14th is coming, but एक ही हफ्ता बचा है, but चलता है यार. थोड़ा 1-2 घंटे, 1-1.5 घंटे ही बचा है मेरा, उसके बाद है ही. तेरा पिंक शर्ट बहुत अच्छा है बाय द वे. चल, कम ऑन. सब लोग उसकी तरफ देख रहे हैं अभी. जाने दो. हो गया क्या सबका देख के? खड़ा करूं क्या उसको? I said उसको. चलो guys, here चलो. Now in sources, I can upload anything which is PDF, presentation, I can upload website link, I can give YouTube link, I can even upload Drive links. So any form of content I can upload. Now in one iteration, we can have as 50 things uploaded. Okay. So right now what I'm doing, I have uploaded one PDF, and let's try to see what all we can get from NotebookLM. So I wanted to find which will be something that will be way more complex for us to understand, which will be way more too chaotic for us to comprehend, and hence I have uploaded Indian Constitution. Okay, so it's a 1400 page PDF which I have uploaded. You can see Indian Constitution on the left hand side as a source. Kya baat, bomb? Nahin na? Okay. So Indian Constitution is uploaded. Now come to me in the central part, which is chart window. Now the best part of this tool is this tool works on the data that I have given. So it works on my sources. As it works on my sources, the tool would always give me authentic information, because it can't go anywhere outside the source that I have given. Like for instance, if I ask the tool what's the score of today's match? Did Pakistan won against Netherlands? Last 2 balls mein haar gaya yaar, chande do, theek. So my point to you is the tool can't answer this because it's not there in that document. If I ask the tool ki what's the calorific value of Bengan, the tool can't answer. Kyun? Because it's not there in the sources that I've added, and that's the best part of this tool. I'll definitely hands-on always get an authentic information. First, now let's see the middle portion, which is chat. Now as simple as anything, I can ask questions to this document or sources and get answers. But I'll just give you 2 different considerations where the tool is bang on. Very first question I want to ask, how is Chief Minister elected in this country? It's a simple question. But now I'm going to play one very interesting thing. How is Chief Minister elected in this country? Answer me in Hindi. So, the document was in English. I'm getting an answer, but the answer which I'm asking is in the language of my choice. And we'll have the answer here. Now, what's the use case for you here? Be it for your academics or be it for your research, let's say if you come across anything which is in German, you can find, or anything in Tamil, anything in Bengali, or anything in the language which you don't understand. The tool can give you. Obviously, summary and all you would be using it, so I'm not going there. I'll show you another way more amazing thing with this tool. And by the way, the tool also gives, now look at the best part of the tool. The tool has given me answer in Hindi, but with citations as well. Let's see the citations, and citation in this case will give me as is content from the book. Book में जो लिखा है वैसे का वैसे ही वो लिख के आएगा. Now let me show you one amazing thing, another with notebook. Now let's say I ask, what are the fundamental duties of Chief Minister? And again, it's a normal question, but let me add the tail to it. What are, नाही लँग्वेज झाली ना एकदा दाखवून, आता तुम्ही म्हणाल ती मराठी काय ती कोकणीत पण देईल, अर्धमागधीत पण देईल, पालीमध्ये पण देईल. What are the fundamental duties of Chief Minister? Explain as if I am a 5-year-old kid. So it can also paraphrase. It can also take it to a level wherein it is not only giving me answers, but answers in the language of my choice, and that too in the way I want. So for instance, you have a very complex subject that you are gulping, you are not able to understand, upload and ask, I am a fresher in this subject, cannot understand this subject at all, explain to me in the simplest possible words. You can get this. Now the tool has capacity to even paraphrase. Okay? And that's the best part. Just look at the one sentence that I want. Imagine Chief Minister is like captain of sports team or the monitor of a class. The Constitution gives the captain some very special jobs, as in duties, to make everything run smoothly. as if a 5-year-old kid is trying to understand. Now, for instance, if I come from engineering. When I was doing my MBA, I had no idea of what accounts means, right? So for my time, I had a very amazing teacher in my college who taught me separately the way I could understand. But like for instance, if that void is there, can't I use something like notebook today? Give it to me in my way of understanding. Now, a very subtle thing which I wanted to show you, why I am saying your prompt should be more. Just understand the previous question which I asked, when I was specific enough to give me answer in Hindi. Here, I didn't mention the language in the question that I answered. So it assumed that मुझे तो English में ही चाहिए होगा. But I could thought यार पहले बार बोला ना हिंदी, तो बार next सवाल भी हिंदी में देना. But I'll have to tell it. I'll have to inform. Okay? So that's the reason why I'm saying your prompt has to be more of comprehensive. Now ये तो हो गया chatting. The best part is on the right hand side, which is studio. What if I tell you ये सारा जो document है ना यहाँ पे PDF, and I'm telling you at one go there could be 50 such documents. इन सबका मुझे अगर माइंड मैप मिल गया तो, डायरेक्ट पूरा फ्लो चार्ट मिल गया तो, लेट्स सी द एंटायर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस माइंड मैप. Now my point, and again you can have this entirely open and all of this can be downloaded as PDF or an image. Now again imagine if you are working on a very complex concept, उसका अगर आपको ऐसा फ्लो चार्ट मिल गया तो way more better. Like very simple, मुझे अगर चाहिए कि 3 basic principles of accounting, उसका मिल जाएगा ना मुझे ऐसा, या फिर 5 forces of marketing से लेके कुछ भी, किसी का भी मुझे फ्लो चार्ट मिल सकता है ऐसा. And trust me, many of you would have this flowchart kind of a mind and flowchart kind of a revision pattern. यार ये ऐसे arrows करके हम लोग कुछ तो बनाते हैं, and that helps us in remembering something. Now here is a tool that can create something readily for you. From research point of view, we definitely have something called as index. Now trust me, index के बाद अगर मैंने सारे chapters का ऐसा एक flowchart बता दिया कि कौन से chapter के अंदर क्या क्या है, don't you think readers would be way more better कि मैं मुझे कहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा? Again, it's a tool, guys, by the way. See, hammer is a tool, screwdriver is a tool. Today my job is to show you hammer. But where to use hammer is in your hands. To break someone's head or fix a nail on the wall. It's in your hand. I'm showing you, see, this is a hammer. It can do so many things. This is a spanner. It can do so many things. But you have subject matter expertise wherein this can be used. Now I'll show you one more case. ये तो हो गया flow chart. What if I want an entire इसका presentation? ये जो मैंने topic यहाँ पे source दिया, can we have a presentation of this? The answer is yes. We'll have the presentation. See, the presentation is ready for you. And this presentation you can download as Google Slides and edit. So you can very well change it. It's an entire presentation. Now can I have a video of the source? Answer is yes. But the best part of this is, can I convert this into an audio file wherein few individuals are speaking about it? Let's say a podcast. Let's hear it. Then I'll tell you where you can use it from your research point of view. Now the 1400 page document is now getting converted into a 13-minute long podcast wherein 2 people are speaking with each other, and I can make this podcast in the language of my choice. So I can even make it in Marathi, I can make it in Sanskrit, I can make it in Bengali, Tamil, German, Arabic, anything. Let's hear it out. इतला आवाज आहे का वाढवलेला?
Welcome back to the deep dive.
Okay?
Today we are cracking open
So
a
two
document
people
that, well,
are
it serves as
speaking
the
with
legal
each other
backbone for about 1/5
in a podcast of 1400 pager
Exactly. And this is
converted
just some
into a
dry legal text
13-minute
from
long
the room on
podcast.
November 26, 1949.
Fair enough?
It was meant to be a blueprint
Okay?
for a new nation.
Now be with me for next 1 minute. You're going to see magic in front of you.
All while trying to hold
Okay?
together this incredibly
Be with
diverse
me
nation.
just 1 minute more. On
You know, our
screen,
sources
please.
give us a really
Huh?
deep look into its architecture.
सर 1-2 मिनिटांनी चहा
The
फक्त
mission
देता
for
का
us
सर
today
सर
is to unpack
दादा
that inherent tension built right into
1-2 मिनिटांनी फक्त चहा द्या 2च मिनिटं बसा तिथं खुर्चीवर 2 मिनिटं फक्त थांबा हा काय सगळेजण पितील माझ्यासाठी थोडासा गार चहा काय हरकत नाही 2 मिनिटं फक्त थांबा नाव हिअर मी be here with me.
the massive union and state
Here there are
structure
two
designed
people
to
who are
show that.
speaking.
Okay, so let's jump
It's
right in.
already pre-recorded.
Because we can't understand the
Now
Constitution
I am going to
here
participate
without
in
first
that
getting the difference
conversation.
between part 3 and part 4.
Okay, it's an amazing thing.
Fundamental rights versus the directive principle.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are cracking open a document that, well, it serves as, oh, hey, I think our listeners got something to say.
Hey, hi, how are you doing today? I had a very simple question. What are the duties of Prime Minister in this country?
That is a wonderful question.
We're doing great, thank you.
And that's actually a perfect place to start.
Okay, let's unpack this.
If we look at the structure, the president is the head of the executive.
But the real day-to-day power, the leadership of the Council of Ministers, belongs to the Prime Minister.
And the prime minister's duties are explicitly laid out in Article 78.
So what does this all mean?
It means
So,
the PM
pause.
is the mandatory link between the council.
आता द्या. So my point is कि I can even participate in that conversation. I can even get participation in the conversation that we are doing. Now for the academics purpose, where we can use this? Revision? What, where else? Guys, from academics purpose, where we can use it? Bang on? Where else? So, entirely in revision, understanding, vagara, vagara. I hope you use it. Now tell me from research, where would you use it? This tool. A, yes. All those in terms of me understanding the topic. So you can, in terms of source, I can give 50 different topics and do the entire research for it. Bang on, yes. Where else? So all this based on the source. Now let's say I have written my research paper is ready. Okay? My research paper is ready. Can I upload that research paper here? No. More than answers, what I'm saying कि ये थोड़ा सा सुबह सुबह पलट के आए बोलने दो ना यार. So I'll come to the question. My point is, can I upload my research paper which I have written here and create an audio podcast which I did and place an interactive mode on जो मैं वहाँ पे गया तब हुआ, and then I'll get a unique URL. Can I convert that URL into a QR code and paste it on my research paper and say as the last point किसी को कुछ question है क्या खुद जवाब ले लो. My second PhD is happening like this. My PhD thesis which I am submitting, it has all the chapters. हर चैप्टर के लास्ट में QR है, इसके बारे में कुछ डाउट है स्कैन कर उधर ही पूछ, तुझे चाहिए वो लैंग्वेज में आंसर्स मिल जाएंगे. It's an amazing tool, guys. Use it in that context. I do take open workshops for AI, and today, once upon a time, I had one very interesting gentleman in the workshop who was a watchman in one steel plant. His daughter wanted to learn, so along with her, he also came. We showed them and we taught them NotebookLM. I guess 3 or 4 days later, I got a call from him. He said that my manager wants to speak with you. I said, okay. So, वहाँ पे HR head जो था, he wanted to speak. He said कि sir, I want to invite you to our plant. मैंने बोला ठीक है यार, we set a date and I went there. The moment I went there, this chap who was a watchman, a security guard at a steel plant, what he did, he said कि the moment the HR chap was telling me that sir, ये जो बंदा जिसको आपने सिखाया ना is an amazing resource for us. मैंने बोला okay होगा, यानी I was trying to figure what I'm doing there. So he said कि सर इसने हम लोग के पास जब कोई भी visitors आता था तो we used to send them 6-pager do's and don'ts document and we used to take their sign कि अंदर ये करो वो मत करो यहाँ पे हाथ मत लगाओ वो करो हेलमेट पहनो शूज पहनो वगैरह 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 and this do's and document were posted as our stickers and posters in our entry hobbits. Now what this chap did, वो सारे 6-pager की जो document थी इसने इसको दे दी, उसका podcast बनाया, उसका QR लगा दिया सारे entrance areas में. Now when the visitor comes there, they just scan, audio podcast सुनते हैं, questions है तो उसको पूछते हैं. The moment that is done, they move to the next level reception. This is a security guard of a steel plant doing it. So it does not require any technical know-how to use AI. What it requires is leap of faith. Fair enough? So again in research, as ma'am rightly said, one area wherein I am understanding my areas of expertise. I am understanding other reports. I am understanding what others have done in research. But at the same point of time, this tool can also be able. For instance, if I want to have my research defense, I want to understand what type of questions can I get. And if I get those questions, what should be my answer? Try it. You have podcast. You can very well try this. Another part is, if I'm getting that, I said I gave you a very interactive way. Why can't your research reports be interactive? And you have all the means in doing it. कुछ नहीं है, URL का QR करना वो भी फोकट में होता है. QR कोड जनरेटर नाम का लिंक पे जाओ, QR वो URL दो, you will get a QR. But trust me, none of you would have given a thought like this. And my problem lies there. Using it or not is a further game, but thinking that this is important and I can use it. And many of you would have had your hands risen when I ask कि NotebookLM आता है. You get very quickly satisfied. हाँ ये tool आता है, इसमें यही होता है. But none of you go to the levels at which you can go and try these tools. And that's the level which, and this is a free to use tool यार, come on. It's not even a paid tool. I'm not today in my entire session, जो 7 tools मैं आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ, उसमें से एक भी tool free है. यार एक भी tool paid नहीं है. सारे के सारे something in freemium है. उतने तो use करो. Paid tools चलो छोड़ो. But free वाले तो use करो. But means even after me telling this, you are going to do the same thing जो मैं सबके last वाले slide में बताने वाला हूँ कि आज के बाद 2 साल के बाद भी अगर if I meet you, what are the things you will be doing? So we'll see that. Next tool is Napkin. Anyone has tried Napkin? Yeah. Unfortunately, I was expecting few more hands from the students, but obviously for making infographics you would be doing it and the presentations and all. Yeah. So possibly others who may not know, let's see how they can do it. By the way, Napkin, one thing changed yesterday night only in Napkin. Possibly I'll show you that. Per day. Sir, लेकिन बहुत है ना. Now, after this, I'll tell you one very interesting thing with the audience, and you will see a different level of students now. Let's see. Okay, the one small thing that Napkin changed yesterday itself, that till yesterday Napkin को मैंने prompt दिया तो वो content भी लिखता था, but from yesterday it has not writing any content. Now this is where I'm saying कि जो मैंने बोला ना कि the tools are changing every now and then. Yesterday in my office it was doing it. The moment I came here in the today morning, यार ये generation का field ही बंद हो गया. So possibly you will understand the level at which these things are changing. Yesterday afternoon I checked, means आज जो सारे tools दिखाने वाले हैं, मैं आपको वो कल मैं ऑफिस में मैं और साहिल we were checking it. Yesterday it was working. आज सुबह it is not. No, it has. We tried both. It is not. That they took out. Possibly आज एक beta trial चल रहा होगा. Possibly it's a Saturday, they might be testing their servers. पता नहीं, लेकिन आज नहीं चल रहा. And again, even if I have a paid napkin, they don't have any liberty to tell me that we are changing this. And that's why AI is so rapidly changing. Okay? Now, for others, what I'm going to do is, this is napkin. The very best use case of napkin is, whenever we write something, or whenever we make research papers, or assignments, or presentations, it becomes so much verbose that no one reads it. And that's the problem that even in research we face. यार हो गया 10-12 pages हो गए, लेकिन सारा content written ही है. Can I have some infographics in it? And the moment we need infographics, what we do? We go to Google. We Google it. And then we download it as if मेरे ही बाप ने बनाई है. Copyright वगैरह सब हमें पता ही नहीं रहता. And then we use it, we submit it. Source में credit वगैरह भी नहीं देते हम लोग. Credit वगैरह भी देना यानी जरूरी नहीं समझते हम लोग, दे देते हैं. And then it gets rejected. Specifically if it is an international publication, they will reject it directly if you are not giving credits. And then we give galis to the publication. यार इतनी मेहनत करके मैंने एक रिसर्च लिखा, 1.5 साल की मेहनत, उसने रिजेक्ट ही कर डाला. That's the level at which we discuss. Right? Rejection तो हमें अच्छा लगता ही नहीं ना, लड़की ने किया हो या फिर publication ने, दोनों का level एक ही है. So my point is कि here is a consideration wherein what if I can get infographics from my own content? That's where the tool is. क्या हुआ? अरे वाह, we have people online, amazing. Hello to everyone who is online. Hello, hi. Would have loved to have you offline, but nevertheless. Okay, so now here are 2 very interesting cases that I'm going to give you. It has now started with one very interesting thing that I saw today morning, which is in the middle it has come. By describing an idea, so now I can give an idea कि मुझे किस तरीके का infographics चाहिए. So I can say कि मुझे एक 4 P's of marketing का infographics बना के दो, जिसमें I want each P to be shown as the leaf of a tree. So I can give this as a idea to the central portion by describing my idea, and the tool will create an infographics for me. This has changed new today morning. Now the rest 2 parts are there by pasting my text, as in I can have my text. Can I just copy paste it here and take it into an infographics? We'll see this. So let's go to GPT and create. केला तो ना मगाशी content तोच घे ना. नहीं. हाँ. So in the morning we had created this content. Someone said कि how to improve air index quality in Mumbai. इसके ऊपर infographics बना के दो was the ask in the morning section. So again we took GPT, content बना दिया. Let's paste it, and again let's select some portion. The moment we select some portion, on the right hand side we'll see generate visuals. Click on it and you will see an infographics created on the content of your choice. Now the best part is infographics तो बन गया, but I can even edit it. I can change colors, fonts, and I can then download it as an image and use it in my presentation, use it in my assignments, use it in my research papers. He would have said, "Okay, I'll patiently wait to see you again." But amazing, that's a very interesting use case. So again, so many visual data. The moment we see something in visual, we comprehend it way more better. And that's the best part of it. Now, one more use case of Napkin is, go back. Now you have import from file. So I can directly upload my file and do the same thing. Okay? So that is also possible. Now Napkin website, you don't need to show, that's fair enough. The URL is app.napkin.ai. Now where you can use it again, In research, can I have it for my infographics of different sections that I have written? It will be way more easier for comprehending. For students, again, in academics, you can use it obviously for various purposes. Now to answer the first question. Now guys, in one day, as in 24 hours, with one email ID, you can use this for 5 times. Okay? Did you get the math? In 24 hours, with one email ID, you can have 5 infographics taken. Now what would you do if you want 6th? None of you ask iski price kya hai? None of you. Not a single soul asked कि भाई इसका subscription लेना है तो इसकी cost क्या है? And that's the, like what? We are 2 hours in the zone, and 2 hours back when I asked you about AI tools, you were dwindling upon it. In these 2 hours, now you know how to manipulate AI. And hence I have one very interesting quote, which I have a blog on that on my LinkedIn, you may find it. Ki I'm saying ki AI can't beat Indians. It may beat foreigners, but it can never beat Indians. ये attitude कहाँ से लाएगा? ये जुगाड़ूनेस कहाँ से लाएगा कि not a single soul of out of 300 odd. And I guess if the moment you understand the paid version का subscription, you all would be यार इतना इससे ज़्यादा तो मैं रोज कॉफी पीता हूँ. इसका daily subscription is 7 rupees a day. 7 a day. But none of us would even try to go to the page of pricing वाला page है उस website के ऊपर. Not a single person would have even went there. And that's the best part of it. चलो. So napkin, app.napkin.ai. अर्थात उलट फुकट तिथे फॅमिली सकट. पौष्टिक सोडा. चला. नेक्स्ट कुठलं घ्यायचं? चलो. Next tool is Consensus and Elicit. We am going to show either of them, but again with a consideration, just like Notebook, that you know it, you might be using it, but I'm not sure to the fullest potential. So let me show you the different features of Consensus. Again, this is Consensus is predominantly for people who are doing research. Consensus has nothing to do for people who are just here for attendance purpose. ये आपके लिए है नहीं, आगे के 10 minutes सो गए तो भी चलेगा मुझे. So people who are specifically into research, the most time consuming part of the entire research is secondary research. It takes huge amount of time. You have to read so many newspapers, research articles, publications, okay? And just for making bibliography, you have to take so much efforts. Then to give citations. Again, it's an entire pain to do all these things. But what if I tell you, you will get all the research papers related and relevant to your topic on a single platter? That's where Consensus comes in. I like your smile. It directly tells me how much in pain you are. You're pursuing your PhD? On what topic? Can you give me a topic? I'll give you your entire literature review done for you for free. Chalo. 2 minutes. He wants to type it. So Consensus. Let's do a literature review. Can I know your name? Nikhil. Okay. Chalo. Let's do application of data analytics. Okay. In CRM for pharma. Wow. For pharmaceutical industry. Now, for this you would be requiring research papers. Enter फक्त करू नको 2 minutes थांब. Sahil. So you will be requiring research paper, publications, possibly a few newspaper articles, n number of things. And for each of them, it will be a different Google search. We have stopped going to something called as library. Yeah, so it's a different Google search all the times. Now here is the best part of the tool. So Consensus, I gave you this topic. Okay. Now the best part lies in the filter and sources. These two areas are the best thing. The moment I click on filter, I can choose from which publications paper do I want. I can choose do I want publications only from India, Or do I want publications from entire world? I can even choose from which years do I want. So all these, there are somewhere close to 15 filters that are there. Do I need from open sources only? Or should I also look into paid sources such as IEEE, which is a paid journal? So what all else this is there. It also can predict कि which methodology के research paper आपको दिखाने हैं. So all this, it is there on the filter. So please use filters before you start using the search. Okay. Now I am not selecting any of them right now. Now let's go to sources. Now here the best part for you specifically, the consensus is one amazing AI tool where it can decipher difference between open source research papers and medical research papers. So it has division into two. So if there is a topic on which I just need to find medical research paper, the tool today can do that. And trust me, soon enough the tool would also have something called as technology, different fields. The way it is now coming with medical, I can very easily predict engineering can come, banking can come, or something like finance can come. So I can have sector specific researches as well. Why? The way a medical research paper is written is completely different from a research paper that you and me would write. And that's the reason why it is making that sectionalization there. Then again, you have one amazing thing in sources that I can give कि मुझे सिर्फ scopus से related papers ही दिखा. Or I can only say कि the papers that you are going to shortlist for me should be something that are indexed only. और जिसके citations इसके पहले 100 से ज़्यादा है. All such things I can put in these two considerations. One more is I may have also few reports with me. In offline mode on my laptop, I may also have few research papers. I can even upload them here. So not only the reports or not only the papers that the tool is finding, I can even upload my own there. Now this becomes way more interesting from a consensus point of view. Wherein possibly I may have 15 papers which are from a paid publication जो मैंने download करके रखे हैं. I can even do that. Now come to pro wala feature. See, all these features make the tool way more different. Rather than if you blindly use it, you can use it. But the moment you know the features, you can way more better be at use. Now here you have three: quick, pro and deep. Now what is quick? Quick will analyze only 10 papers. So on the topic of my choice, it will immediately find the recent 10 papers that it could and it will give me analysis. And that's why I'm saying कि the moment you do quick, you will also get the answers. And again, थोड़ी देर पहले मैं बोल रहा था, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा because मैंने लाया है. But the moment you go to pro, you can find something like up to 50 to 100. The moment you go to deep, you may even find 2000 research papers on that topic. Now imagine the kind of literature review that I will have as against 10 versus 2000. Okay. Now let's say for Nikhil, we are going to go to deep, and Nikhil, I can very well promise you, I can give you the first draft of your literature survey in next 10 odd minutes. चाहिए तो बाद में मैं Google Pay का मेरा screen देता हूँ आपको. So we are going to deep. I'm right now keeping it open as far as the sources are concerned. Okay, let's go ahead in terms of finding it. सर यहाँ पे आप सिर्फ रिसर्च कर रहे हो ना, मैं पेपर कहाँ बनाने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ. मी सांगतो ना की तसाच्या तसा बावटासारखं घेतलं तर ते दाखवेलच. Point is की that's where the brilliance comes in. If I directly copy it as it is, it should come. But that's where हे एवढं करायला I need to invest so much of my time. Secondary research for PhD is somewhere around 6 months, sir. But I take pride in saying माझ्या दोन्ही PhD 3 दिवसांपेक्षा जास्त वेळ नाही लागला. Because in both the cases I have done through this. Now 2000 research paper. In manual way, you will consume somewhere close to more than 3 or 4 months in even reading it or even finding it. Okay. So let's see how many it is finding. See, right now, you just see the identified 350, out of which it is screened 275. 240 it find eligible as in eligible for the topic of your choice. Just let's spend another couple of minutes. Let it go about 1000 for me. Then I'll come to the left hand side and show you what all it does. And the best part is, the moment it goes to 1000, 2000, whatever, I can simply ask a question there and get an answer from all of these. Not only summarize, I can even ask question ki how many of these are in the same hypothesis, I mean, in how many places my hypothesis is positively proven. So I can even get a short listing of all of them. Positive, negative, or I can even say ki how many of them have simple random sampling. I can even say ki how many of them are from India and done simple random sampling and have, let's say, 2 level linear scale in terms of them. Possibly. So my point is ki all this can be filtered directly by answering. So it will shortlist so much of my time. But again, I'm saying you, whatever it gives, even if you copy a single word as is, you are bound to find under plagiarism. But then what you need to do, read the entire literature summary, which is the tool is giving you, and write in your own words. Who stops you from doing it? No one stops you from using these sources that it is generating. You can use these sources as is in your bibliography. Who is stopping you? And trust me, AI never searches bibliography. So it's a mindful use of it. So it is giving me a basic summary of it. Further go. So it is also showing me how much the hypothesis is getting proved. Further down, methods, research paper, results. And all of it is, by the way, timeline, research timeline. All of them are citations mapped. And that too in APA format which you like. Yeah. Here, come down. Now here is the contributions, discussions, literature summary, all of it is there. Further go down, further go down. Conclusion, outcomes, open research outcomes. Now here the results. Here is the list of all the research papers you will find. Now the best part is, just hold on. Now for instance, if I want, just I'm taking one example. A review study on application of so and so. This is a research paper published in 2019. Till today it has 3 citations and this is the writer. Now for instance, select one of it. Now if I select that, if I select say integration of AI into CRM, I can see the abstract of that paper. I can have an option कि वो पूरा paper पढ़ना है, उसका PDF उधर ही है. I can have वहीं पे site, I can ask, I have the citation of it, उसकी link I can take, अगर मुझे NotebookLM में जाके उसकी link चाहिए तो. And the best part even further is I can now ask, just select 3 and 4 cell. इथे बघ. Here 3, 4. इथे खाली box. Check box. If I like it, I can keep. If it this, I can even remove this. So I have an option of remove. So if I remove, my literature survey again gets changed, wherein ये दो इसका मैंने select ही नहीं किया. So the best part again, I have let's say 2000 odd research papers. Can I go one by one? इसमें से जो नहीं चाहिए, remove it. And then again recompose the literature survey. जिसमें again the citations would change because I changed deleted few things. So the citations gets changed. The entire literature review gets changed. And now look at the best part. You have asked these paper. Niche. So if I have selected these 2 papers, I can ask a very specific question and get an answer from these 2 papers only. Or however number of papers that I have selected. If I have not selected any, the answer would come from all these papers summarizing it together. Now at that level, you can on one day do so many things together in single one day, spend at least 2-3 hours ट्रस्ट मी आपका सारा कंटेंट इकट्ठा हो जाएगा. Spend next 2 days in reading it, understanding it, and on 4th day write a research paper or literature survey. Who stops you from doing it? And what is unethical in doing this? Absolutely not. But unethical is something copying as is and using it is definitely unethical. If you do that, it should be given to consensus, not to you. Right? But doing this effort is definitely an ethical ask. It's a great use of the technology. And I would urge people who are doing research, you should definitely do something like this. And people, means the conferences that you are organizing, please reach out to something like Consensus. They'll be more than happy in sponsoring your researches. So reach out to these. The reason I'm saying, I'm not kidding, but these guys would need more and more research papers like them. They'll be more than happy if you tell them that you had a session wherein you taught how to use a consensus. They'll be more than happy and behind you to give credits and give them appreciations and so on and so forth. So that's again I don't find anything illegal per se in doing what we just did. Okay? Sorry? The moment you shift on to deep, then yes. In quick and pro, you don't. But in deep, yes. Now again, would appreciate at college level have one license of consensus. At college level, all the faculties and all the students can use it. Kitna hai uska saal ka? 23,000 for a year. And how many kids you have? Somewhere close to 1,000. Sab mila jula ke staff and all, which not even comes to 23 rupees per head per year. And it's a huge popular tool. Obviously with the dollar rates it may fluctuate here and there, but definitely not more than 25k. Amazingly useful tool. Okay? Consensus. इसी का सौतेला भाई है elicit, something similar, but the reason I like consensus is the differentiation it gives in terms of all, medical, इतना elicit का अभी तक नहीं हुआ. इसलिए the reason I like consensus, again I'm not discouraging the fact that elicit is not good, but the consensus has started giving all these different connotations. Link is consensus.app, CONSENSUS. Consensus. Perplexity. Okay. Before I jump on to the next tool, I have a very simple question specifically for the students out. What's the difference between Google and ChatGPT or Google and AI tool? What's the difference? Specifically for kids. Yeah. Any difference? Guys? Sorry, girls? Yeah. You had a, yeah. Shoot. क्या बात? मुझे पता ही नहीं था, हाँ. And ChatGPT, whatever it is. So Google is a search engine and ChatGPT, whatever it is. Shabash. Loved it. Okay. Any other? Yes, you are right. Ki Google is a search engine and ChatGPT is actually whatever it is. Okay. But what's the difference? Yeah, try. Yeah, you were trying. Yeah. Whatever the prompts that we give, they're all summarized into one place. Whereas in Google, it will show wherever that information you want, wherever it is placed. It will show the different websites. For example, we gave the example of coffee. So it will show the different coffee websites. Whereas in ChatGPT, it will summarize the whole thing about coffee and give it to you in one place. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? What's the difference? It's a very simple question, guys. You want to try? Yeah, the girl in blazer. Yeah, you want to try? Yeah. Ah, ChatGPT will give specific answers while Google will give health different regions and so. Okay. Now understand the technology behind both of it. And the reason why I'm poking into it is because I want you to understand where to use what. See, Google, as our dear friend said, it's a search engine. So what's the phenomena here? I'll ask and so that it will find. Okay? When I ask Google, it can at the best, it can find something for me. It can search something for me. While GPT is an AI or rather Gen AI, generative AI, which can generate. It's a huge difference. एक ढूंढ रहा है, दूसरा बना रहा है. Okay? Now the tool which can generate, is there a possibility that it can generate something on its own and show it to me with such a confidence that it is true? Which Google cannot, because it is just finding. Okay? Now just look at both these considerations. We'll take one example and I'll show you what Google does, what ChatGPT does, and how to find best of both the worlds is something that I want to end with. I can very easily say ki stop using both of them and start using Perplexity. But you need to understand why. Because for the very reason, if I don't, just मैंने कहा, napkin कल दोपहर तक ऐसा था, आज नहीं है. If tomorrow ChatGPT starts doing that, then if Google in itself start doing that, then so understand the logic why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, let's go to Google first. Okay, so it's the normal Google. Now understand the best part of the Google is what? I can get real-time information. Immediately real-time. Like for instance, what's the score of the match? ChatGPT may take some more time to give you the answer while Google can be as realistic as it can. Because it's a different algorithm altogether. As our dear friend, sorry I forgot your name. So Saloni said ki it is in terms of Google, and even our dear friend is saying ki it is searching something and giving you back, while ChatGPT and tools like that, they summarize the entire gamut and give you. Let's see the difference here. Okay, I'm going to ask a very simple question straight here. What's the cost of 1 liter water, packaged drinking water? It's a simple question. Let's see. What is the cost of 1 liter packaged drinking water? Fair enough? Now we are doing this in Google. Okay. Now forget the AI overview. But what Google is doing, I hope you can be here with me. What Google is doing, Google is showing me different links and telling me इस website पे जाके ढूंढ. Okay. So Google is not giving me a answer. Google is telling, ये देख, Bisleri नाम की website है, यहाँ पे जाके तुझे मिल सकता है. India Mart, you can go. And further below, थोड़ा सा खाली से, it is also showing me कि इसी segment में ये popular products हैं. If you want to purchase, ये देख इनकी link. But what was my question? I wanted to understand the price. I never said कि give me a link to purchase. Okay. So Google, जब मैंने पूछा search engine को, तो it gave me what it had. So I always say Google is like last year का बच्चा, student. उसको वाइवा में कुछ भी पूछो, वो वही बताएगा जो उसको पता है. It's like Google. मैंने पूछा प्राइस बता, उसने क्या किया, मुझे मेरे पास ये है, वो है, आपको इसमें से जो चाहिए वो ले लो. Getting it? Now look at the AI component of it. So Google also has AI overview. Now in AI overview, what is happening? It is telling me cost of is so and so, ये यानी popular brands ये है वगैरह वगैरह. Okay? Now let's go to ChatGPT and ask the same question. एक मिनट परत गुगलला जा, एक मिनट खाली आहे. हाँ ठीक है, fair enough, जा. Now understand, guys, understand. Now again I had asked the question, again show the question, what's the price of 1 liter? Again, now here what's the difference? I am getting 14, say 18 rupees price hai. Now the tool is saying कि I am giving you this information thanks to Times of India. I am giving you 15 to 30 rupees thanks to Big Basket. So I am getting right now, यहाँ पे क्या होगा? What was my ask? कि price क्या है? Directly I got the answer. There was nothing like उधर जाके ढूंढ. Okay? But यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है? I am getting an answer on the basis of something. According to Times of India, this is the case. Fair enough? Now let's come to Perplexity. Okay? In Perplexity, let's again give the same thing. Just skip kar. Now understand the best part of Perplexity. In both the previous tool, the tool was giving me answer in rupees only. And look at the first sentence of Perplexity. In Mumbai. When did I say ki give me price for Mumbai? I didn't. But it understood my location. Okay? It understood my location without me giving it. And that's where the best or the personalized, customized things now starts happening. The first is, without me telling, it understood the location. Okay? Now, it is giving me so and so. Again, same thing like Big Basket, Times of India, जो वहाँ पे हो रहा था, वहाँ पे भी यही हो रहा है. Nothing else. But if I scroll further down, I can see something like 17 sources. Yeah? Just click on it. So I can say, understand from Perplexity, this information I am going to get on the basis of all these sources. And if I don't trust any of these sources, I can just remove it. The tool would understand. And then I can say, ki if I am making any claim today, like for instance, sometime back I made a claim. Or if I am right now making one claim, ki in India today we have more mobile phones than toothbrush. It's a fact. But while I can say that directly in front of you, you all will believe me. But if I want to write this in my research paper, I'll need to give a source. And that source for you, mind you, can't be Facebook. Getting my point? That source can't be WhatsApp. So I need to find a source जहाँ पे ये हुआ है. Now many of these times you may have to give citations to something like money control, जो research paper नहीं है. I want to give citation to newspaper or an editorial of a newspaper. Also we have to give. It's not the case that always we have to give research paper. We have to also give to these cases. So we know कि ये बंदे ने ही कहा, पर उसका proof दिखा ना. So here Perplexity left hand side discover and उसके नीचे what is specific folder. Just imagine the folder on your laptop. So it's a folder on your search engine. So for instance, you will see my private space like cricket. So I'm a cricket fanatic. So anything and everything that happens in the world of cricket gets added to my space. So the next time I open it, I'll see everything with regards to cricket. So if I do any search in that space, the context is cricket. So can I have some space like, let's say AI tools or generative AI? Can I have some space like Nikhil can have very well like CRM and healthcare or pharmaceutical? So anything that is happening in pharma and CRM can be brought into that space. So one thing that he can voluntarily keep on searching few things, but the moment he is in that space, he'll find all the relevant masala with regards to that aspect. So it will keep your mind tickling about the recent things that are happening, may not be from your research point of view. Things that are happening in that kitty. You would be for internships and jobs, again that spaces becomes way more critical for you. Because I need to know what is happening in, let's say if some of you aspire to be into banking domain. What is it happening in banking, you need to be aware. What is it that is happening in, let's say, something like fashion? If anyone is interested, I need to know that is happening. If you are way more concentrated on a company, again, your spaces can be way more better. Okay, anything that and everything that happens within or for that company, which is in news, you will get in your spaces. And that's why it will always keep on ticking. Fair enough? Okay, so these were the tools per se which I have. Now let us talk about it AI. We have been seeing a lot how to use it. Financial balance sheet. Now what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you one best example of how AI can tickle your bias and how AI tool can cultivate biases in your mind. Okay, and two examples I'm going to talk about. One example is from a recruitment based AI tool. Obviously I will not name the tool, but I was using this tool for recruitment for one of the client companies with whom I work. And obviously we have something like ATS, wherein application tracking system, wherein students send resumes. The tool analyzes those resumes based on the job description, and shortlisted resumes are brought for the next level of interviews. So in this company, we were recruited for an receptionist position. You can understand receptionist position. The corporate communication department had a receptionist. Now, the job was made alive on LinkedIn website and all the portals that you could think of, and a date was scheduled ki by this day you can submit your resume. For a job of receptionist, there was, I'm not kidding, there was somewhere close to 5,100 odd applications that came in. And how many positions were there? 2. Because in the morning shift, evening shift. So there were 2 positions. And applications were how many? 5,100. It was practically impossible even to read 5,100 documents just for 2 positions. So this tool, what it did, we uploaded the job description, we have entered or shared all these 5,000 odd resumes, and asked to shortlist 5 candidates from this, and those 5 candidates would be moved to the next level of interviewing. Imagine 5,000 से 5. काम ये टूल ने किया कितनी मिनट में? 2.5 मिनट में. Now understand, the moment I saw the output, I saw कि all these 5 resumes which the tool shortlisted, I was trying to find there would be something common in these resumes because यही क्यों select हुए? So on the fact of it, the details, days, means क्या क्या किया है वगैरह वगैरह was more or less the same because it was more of a freshers kind of a job. So बाकी सारा same था. But the moment I was trying to find, my job was to find something common so that I wanted to understand how that ATS works. Believe me or not, all those 5s, after my iteration with the tool a lot, I tried 10-15 times, give me different generation, give me different. So after 10 odd times, I would have had 50 different resumes. I had 50 different resumes. Each time new 5 were being picked. But all those 50 odd were the females that were getting selected. Then I looked at the input side. Out of 5,000 odd, we had somewhere close to 30%, 30% males also had applied. So I thought कि out of 50, at least 30 छोड़ो 3 तो आने चाहिए. But none of them came. So it ticked me a lot. So मैंने उसका code open किया. And then it was a shocker for me to underline कि ये ATS ने क्या किया कि since it's a receptionist position, it acted on its bias that it should be a female candidate. It was not given in the job description. Job description didn't mention that we want a female or a male. It was ATS brain. And that's where the first level of bias that you can imagine. Now imagine something like this happening in different cases. Now should we accept such biases? If not, then again the ball lies. Your prompt should also define that way. Then I went back to the prompt. The prompt didn't mention that you have to select, you should not be biased about a particular gender. There was no specific prompt. And hence the tool was doing what it does. It may sound very fuzzy at a very basic level, But trust me, there are so many such things that are happening which the tools are making decisions for you. And I have one TED talk on this. If you find time, just go on YouTube and find it. I have said, today we have outsourced decision making to AI. We are not making decisions for ourselves. AI is making decisions for ourselves, and that's the ringing bell for all of you. Now, second one, very common bias that I want to show it to all of you is just look at this balance sheet. It's a normal balance sheet, everyone. Okay, it's a normal balance sheet. Now what I'm doing, I've uploaded this, जो हम लोग थोड़ी देर पहले कर रहे थे ना, prompt वाला thing, वही चीज देखो फिर से. So I've uploaded same way like you, generic prompt दिया कि as a student of accounts, analyze this, okay, analyze this balance sheet and share me your comments about the company. तो देखिए, the tool has analyzed liquidity ratio, quick asset ratio, और क्या क्या किया, सॉल्वेंसी रेशो इसने किया, कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर निकाल के दिया, असेट मैनेजमेंट करके दिया, क्या अच्छा है बुरा है कहा, एंड द कंक्लूजन इसने दिया. ओके, यहां तक ठीक है, यहां तक ठीक है. नाउ द सेम डेटा, बी विथ मी, सेम डेटा, नाउ आई एम गिविंग अ प्रॉम्प्ट विद अ इंटेंट हियर. आई एम सेइंग प्रेजेंट दिस डेटा इन पॉजिटिव वे टू माय शेयर होल्डर सो दैट दे विल इन्वेस्ट मोर. That's my prompt. Okay. Now trust me, the data is same. The ratios which it's going to calculate are also the same. But the interpretation is changing. Let's look at it. The very minute thing I want you to understand. Look at the first thing wherein you will see an emoji with an upward going arrow. Subtle things. Scroll down, you will see a green symbol with strong liquidity. Then you see in green ticks quick, how current ratio is good, how quick ratio is good. Then you see how the capital is being used properly. Now look at the title, high confidence in cash flow and profitability. Then you are seeing final note, why you should invest more. So everything is presented with that context, why you should invest more. And trust me, even if you read entirely, you will not find a single glitch in the interpretation of data. Interpretation of the numbers and ratios, what I'm saying. Okay? Now I did one more interesting thing. I said, now look at the same data. Now present it in the negative shade and show me how the interest in shareholders is losing day by day. Again, mind you, same balance sheet and same analysis, but presented with a different interpretation. Look at it, the very first symbol is danger. Further, declining liquidity. Sometime back it was how your cash flow is strong and so on and so forth. And mind you, none of these statements is technically incorrect. None of these statements, but it is showing you a portion of that balance sheet, is what I'm saying. Further down, you will see worrisome capital, plunge in retained earnings, and last but not the least, eroding confidence. Further down, caution advised. While it was in earlier case, why invest more? Now my point to you is, here at least I am giving that sense that I want positive or negative. But your belief and majority of your belief would be like that when I do something like this, I'll always get a neutral output. And my humble submission is not like that. Any of these three can come as first. And hence this again proves why my prompt should be better. It can be anything of the three. And you know on what points it depends? What you were doing prior to you opening ChatGPT also minds in what output you will get. Like for instance, if I am reading a lot of Dard Bhari Shairi, there is a possibility that I will get a negative output first. So it is at that level. It also means where am I right now? What is it? What my mood is? How am I as a person? Now the point is, if I give a generic prompt, any of these three can come. And again go back to my first two-pronged approach. AI के बारे में मुझे सबसे घटिया चीज़ ये लगती है कि इसमें से कुछ भी आएगा तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा क्योंकि मैंने बनाया है ना. And that's where the biases comes in. And trust me, it's not in your hand what may come. Just to show and just to visualize it, let me do a very small exercise with you. Can you come here, dear? Yeah. Your name? So you can see Atharva here. Yeah, everyone? You can see a bottle in my hand. Yeah? I am giving this bottle to Atharva. Take it. Did you realize that I gave it to you? Did all of you notice that I gave a bottle to Atharva? Now this happened because you, me and Atharva, all three of us were conscious while I was sharing it. Now tell me, when you are on internet, when you use, let's say 1 GB of internet, do you even know how much of your information goes back to internet? If you don't know, how on earth are you going to control it? And that is something which AI calls it subconscious sharing. And based on such subconscious shares that we all do every day, AI cultivates biases. So I don't know on what levels it operates. Thanks, Atharva. Yeah, thanks. And just for a number if you want, since we are talking on ethics and cyber, just a number for all of you. The moment you consume 1 GB of internet, you radiate 18% of your information back to internet, and it's just a coincidence that the number matches GST. Just a coincidence. So the moment, let's say I consume 1 GB, 180 MB of my information went away. And I don't know what. Now imagine आज तक कितने GB मैंने spend किया है. And that's the entire gamut of things where we all are today poised. So biases, जो मैंने अभी balance sheet में I showed you, it can come from positive sentiments, it can come from negative sentiments, it can even be neutral. And the best part is I don't know what it would be. Fair enough? So as promised, last 15 minutes I have kept it for Q&A. I would appreciate questions. So guys, questions? Hey, Kuruntano. Sahil?
Land in
For that sector, we'll keep on adding in that space.
basis on our
So search, yeah. It should. It should. Like for instance, if I add, as I said, if I add cricket as my interest area, so everything that happens under the cricket as a tag, so it's eventually a hashtag that gets tagged. So all the news, all the things that are related to it, it will fall under that category. And the best part is if I'm searching next something or if I'm generating something with that category, if I do it in that space, it follows all the specific considerations and the sources that are there in that folder. So, yeah. By the way, my contact credentials are here. I would appreciate being in touch with you on LinkedIn rather than Instagram. So if at all you want to stay in touch, here are my credentials. Yeah, shoot, questions.
Sir, what AI do you use while creating the video? You said around
What AI did I use in?
creation of that video.
Creation of video.
Yeah, those characters. You said.
No, there are three things that I use. For creation of characters, I use something like Heygen, Heygen. For creating videos, there is something like Google Flow. And if at all I have to give animations to it, there is something called as Kling, Kling. So it's not one tool at a time. It's a combination of multiple tools at one go.
So first you created a part of it and then pasted it to.
The characters which I showed you, Rucha and Madhav, they are not created by any of these. They are programmed characters. It took me 4,000 odd lines prompt for generating one. So it's not a tool. It's a prompt entirely given and customized program to create it. So it's not a tool जहाँ पे मैंने बोला कि ऐसा ऐसा बंदे बना. It's a program. It's a program. Just like Python programming is there, it's a programmed output. Yes. It may. The reason being, why I'm saying it may, for a very simple reason that are you aware that which links it is giving you, and have you checked those links? Is my first rhetorical. If you are checking all the links and if those are meeting your consideration, then obviously you are reducing the risk. I'm not saying there won't be any risk, but you are reducing the chances of getting risk. So be aware that whenever you are getting links, just check कि all those are legit or not.
Okay. So from the research point of view, if I am getting two papers which are contradicting each other, I should go and...
So you have an option of go and check the entire PDF and read the entire... So that is something that will prevent you from doing. And if at all, after some times you will definitely understand the tools or the papers from a set of publications are doubtful. So you can anyways find that set of publication, you can remove it.
Thanks.
So there is in the filter, you also have something called as exclude. Okay. So the way we have include, you also have exclude. So exclude these is also there.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, ma'am.
So you want to ask?
Sorry. Yeah.
Sir, in NotebookLM, you have shown only one document now, Constitution. Suppose if we download 50 papers and if we ask for a further analysis, so is it possible that
in one iteration up to 50? The 51st will not happen. Up to 50 it can happen. Obviously it will take more time in giving you the output.
Okay, but it
That's
can
it.
take content from 50 papers at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Anything? We have legit 8 more minutes. So if at all any questions, would appreciate. No? Yeah, please. Yeah, why not? So for instance, again, give me a situation on which you want to prompt. So it's like a oral viva for me now. Yeah, give me a consideration for which you may need a prompt. I'll try to think of a 6-line prompt. IDA, okay. So I can start with act as a, let's say, marketing professor with, let's say, 25 years industry experience, teaching IDA as a concept to, let's say, second year, first year, so and so. So my act is ticked off and target audience is ticked off. So these are my 2 lines. Create an explanatory presentation. So explanatory adjective is way more important for me. So create an explanatory presentation and a reading material note that can describe the principles of IDA with best suited examples so that any layperson would understand it. So that's my another 2 lines for create. Present this in simple English and as well in Marathi language so that I, who comes from non-marketing background, can also understand it. This is my 5th line. 6th line would be, I want to relate this with, let's say, a brand of my choice. So I may say, let's say, Fevicol. This is my favored brand. Can you relate IDA with the campaigns that Fevicol has done throughout the life? 6 lines prompt. So act is done, create is done, present is done. So moment you have these, the moment you have in your mind, I have to create 6 lines. And let's say I have 3 components. So 2 sentences for act. 1 would be who's making it. 2nd could be for whom making it. So 2 lines are here. In create, what is it that I want in this? Can be coupled in 2 lines. And present is that in how, what shape and size and tonality I want, language which I want. So this will give you more gist of it. So that's 6 lines. I hope I could successfully pass your exam. In terms of feasibility, in terms of? I would say A is again all these consensus and all. If I find there are too many research paper already done on the topic of my choice, I will try to go to a further deeper or a niche areas. A. If I'm talking about a product, then I'll definitely go to something like Google Patents and try to find if there is already a huge amount of patents that are been applied. Forget granted. In the applied section also, if I see, then I would possibly try to find way more niche criteria. So like in case, in your case per se, if I find that there are too many research papers about virtual avatars, I may try to find even further niche. Let's say virtual avatars from Indian context. So is there any research paper from Indian context? Oh, is it? Great. So Indian context virtual avatar which are tins. So I'll try to go as niche as possible so as to find lesser research article. That's the best area to do my research on. There can't be a single threshold for a reason that how old is that concept. Like for something like IDA, you may find millions today. But since even after those millions, I can find my own niche. But something like AR, VR, metaverse, you will find something like few hundred. For AI, you may find even few lesser. But so I can't say that a number above, let's say 600 can't be something. So it's not industry agnostic, but it is definitely topic sensitive. It does.
Humanize it a little bit more and probably try and maximize the usage of whatever the outcomes are.
The moment you use AI tool for whatsoever purpose, they are going to leave a dent.
Yeah.
And that is invisible to you and me in naked eyes, but it is a programmatic watermark that it generates.
Yeah.
So it's even funnier that people use another AI tool called as Humanize that leaves two dents then. So the best part is to understand, comprehend and write in your words. That's the only thing that can...
It's more like an aid or an assisted...
Absolutely. Okay. So the way I look at it is like my intern. So AI tools for me is like my interns. The moment I give them a precise task, they do something for me. But the moment they start replacing me, it's a boon for me.
Right.
So the way the construct is, it changes a lot. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Is there any AI?
Again, as I said, you have to go to the research articles. Like for instance, in the deep, we saw somewhere around 600-700 AI tools that were generated. Can I get a list of all of them? Bang on yes. Can I glance through them? Blank on yes. And then I can very easily find it. If you again go on relying on AI to find the gaps as well, it can even add to more biases. So again, like for instance, the way we have current media, it's completely biased. You look at one news channel, you see a different story. And the same story, you change the channel, it says presently in different way. So I don't want AI to do the same thing for you.
So there's a lot of buzz about agentic AI.
Yeah.
So is that like doing multiple tasks end to end?
No. So agentic AI could be something like your Make My Trip today. So today if you want to buy, let's say a flight ticket or a hotel booking, you don't go to the website of that flight. You go to the website of a hotel where you want to stay. So you go to a common platform wherein all these things have come and have their marks present. So right now, as I said, with so much tools happening around you, soon enough we would land in a trouble there would be problem of plenty. Then what? Then I'll say I want to do, let's say, a research. So research would contemplate secondary research, literature review, infographics, presentation, citations, and report writing, or something in Excel. So can I go to some platform wherein I have all these tools one by one sitting side by side? So input or the output of the first can become an input of second. So that is agentic. It's still in a booming stage. Today it is more of a programming than a tool. But soon enough, I see in more than or less than couple of years, we would have way more agentic AI platforms which are doing something similar to what Make My Trip does today.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Huh.
So my question is that there is a new platform known as Moldbook,
Yeah.
where multiple AI agents have, it's like a social media platform for AI agents.
That's what just I answered.
Yeah, so like.
It's the same thing.
So how scary it is, sir? Means.
Scary?
Yeah. Because we are in that platform, we are in read-only mode, and our entire personal data is used as context for communication between those.
So do you
AI
think
agents.
while till the tool was absent, your data was with you? Is what your expectation
No, sir.
is?
No. It was never with
Then
us.
why you are scary now?
Sir, but they are autonomously talking to each other, and our data is used directly to communicate.
That's what I'm asking. Ki, till the time you were unaware of the tool, are you feeling that your data was secured?
But the problem was like these agentic AI all these AI agents were they were working alone, but now they have a social platform to talk to each other. Like,
but again, it's nothing new. It is bound to happen.
Yeah.
And trust me, believe it or not, data has become a myth, or data privacy has become a myth.
So can I just answer?
Yeah, please. Why not?
So you're right. It's a new concept. It's at a very nascent stage, and these are called mold bots.
Mold bots, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they have been created. They are avatars of you, basically, and what you want to say, it will say.
Yeah.
But it's at a very nascent stage, and it can be very disastrous.
Yeah.
So I think let's see how it progresses. But I'm pretty sure that it won't take a very long. It won't have a very long life.
Sir, and my next question is like also there Claudebot has been created. It works remotely and automates your work. So like also giving remote access to an AI agent. So again, how scary it is, sir? What will be the consequences?
Other than, let me give you a different context. 2 days back, just 2 days back, one very interesting tool from Anthropic was launched. And it crashed all possible IT segments like anything. Many of us don't even know what that tool does. But IT stocks
All
crash
fell.
like anything.
Yes.
So my point is this fear mongering that is too much at a stake. Trust me, when computers were coming, same kind of fear mongering was there. But you and me lived our lives using it. Now if you look back at, let's say, your COVID days and remove internet from your COVID days, trust me, you and I would also have committed suicide. So my point is that the moment something new comes, it's a normal nature to get scared. But the point is, till the point you don't use it to the fullest of its potential and you take a mastery over it, then only you survive. And it's not me who is saying it, Darwin ne bhai wahi to kaha hai. Survival of the fittest. In today's day, survival of the technically fittest. Itna se fad hua hai. So whatever you do, I always have this, in couple of years, I will definitely find a beggar in Mumbai local using an AI tool. I'll definitely find. It would definitely be there. They're already using UPI for that sake. Yeah, they are. So they have upgraded themselves, but we have not, is the undercurrent. By the way, thank you so much for giving 3 hours of your time. It was lovely. Thank you so much.
Wow, what an enlightening session it has been. Sir, I would request everyone to please be silent. Sir, your guidance and practical insights have certainly empowered all the students to effectively integrate AI in their research journey.
As we conclude the inaugural session, we would like to invite Dr. Kavita Khadse ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks.
Yes, respected dignitaries and dear participants, online as well as offline. On behalf of Chetana's RK Institute of Management and Research, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone present here today. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our distinguished resource person, Dr. Amey Pangakar, for delivering such an insightful and engaging session on AI tools in research. Sir, your expertise, practical insights, and the real-world perspectives have truly enriched this workshop and inspired us all to confidently explore the applications of AI in research. Let's give it for Sir a big round of applause for having such a wonderful session. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to Chetana's management and leadership for their constant guidance and encouragement. My special thanks goes to Dr. Madhumita Patil, CEO of CRKIMR and CIMR, for her unwavering support in making this academic initiative possible. Though ma'am could not be present with us today due to her prior commitment, she has conveyed her warm regards and best wishes for today's event. My sincere thanks goes to Dr. Nandita Mishra, Director CIMR, for her academic guidance, encouragement, and continuous motivation towards the research excellence. I extend my respectful thanks to CA, Professor Suhas Garat Sir, IC Director CRKIMR, for his valuable support and encouragement throughout the planning and execution of this workshop. I would like to place on record the special appreciation for the faculty members of CRKIMR who worked tirelessly as the host team. I also extend my sincere thanks to faculty members of CIMR for graciously joining us today and lending their academic presence and encouraging a strong research culture through their participation and support. I would also like to thank the administrative and the support staff for their dedication behind the back of the event for their sincere efforts. A heartfelt thanks goes to the online participant, the research scholars, PhD and FPM program students, and of course, all the dear students and the wonderful audience with making your mark with enthusiasm, curiosity, and active participation. So can we hear for the wonderful audience today? Okay. My heartfelt thanks go to the senior students for supporting this event and making this event a great success. Please give them a round of applause for all the senior students. We truly hope that this workshop helps you to enhance your research capabilities and contributes positively to your academic and professional journey. Finally, on behalf of the Icssr-sponsored International Research Conference organizing team, we look forward to your valuable participation and the scholarly contribution to our upcoming international conference on digital marginalization and AI bias, redefining this and society. Thank you once again to everyone, all of you.
Thank you to all the dignitaries, speakers, and participants for making this session meaningful and inspiring. We request all dignitaries and faculty members to kindly come on the dais for a group photograph session. Can I have all of you, please?
First a second. I would request all the CRKMR faculties to come on the stage for a photograph. And post that, we'll have a photo session with the CIMR faculties.
I request all the CRK-IMR faculties to join Dr. Amey Pangankar sir on the stage for a group photograph.
We would would like to have the first photograph with CRKMR faculty. The very next one is with CIMR faculties, but Dr. Nandita Mishra ma'am should be common for both. So please come on dais.
Next photo, ma'am. I would like to invite Ritu Bhatia ma'am on the stage for a group photograph. And Mr. Nikhil on the stage for a group photograph.
Thank you all to faculty members.
We hope today's workshop provides valuable insights into integrating AI tools in our research papers and practices. Thank you
and wish you a productive and enriching research journey ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kindly remain seated. So wants to take a photograph with you guys. Yeah, sure.
Come ahead. Guys, a small request. जहाँ बैठे हो वैसे भी बैठो. I'll just take one photo. Sit there. Okay?
You'll also go down.
Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे